Hello, everyone. I'm going to be speaking a little louder because I know my mail carrier's driving around and I don't want what I'm saying to be dissuaded or disrupted or watered down. And you'll hear the vehicle when she comes around. Very nice person. It's I'm probably making my video at the wrong time. But anyway, I want to talk about hypocrisy in religion, my own experience from birth on and through today. I was raised in a Catholic family. That means everyone of myself, my cousins, aunts and uncles, etc., were raised in baptized, First Communion, confession, and CCD, and all that. Every wedding was held in a Catholic church, and funerals, etc. So we were raised Catholic. So it's the way it was. I love my grade school. It was a wonderful place to be. Friends, Catholic, we went camping together. Everything was revolving around church and etc. So I'm going to talk about the truth about what happened in my family and what is going on today. I by no means claim that I'm perfect. I am not free from sin, but I am a Christian. I have accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. It's not something I talk about, really, to be honest with you, a whole lot because I think people see it in me. So, anyways, my first experience when it came to hostility or judgment, etc., was when I decided to get divorced. Now, my then husband and I were together for a total of 10 years, separated at the 8.5 year mark. I did so because I, my experience was he was not a kind person. And so, anyways, him and my grandfather had been very close because they both had the same military experience. So, being raised in a Catholic family and choosing to get divorced was tough. It was tougher because my grandfather, my maternal grandfather, loved my husband, so it was a double-edged sword. So after I decided to get separated, subsequently divorced, I would go to visit my grandma and grandpa, and I'd go to kiss my grandfather, and he'd turn his face. And so I knew right then and there. Started to feel the judgment, the Catholic judgment, and because if it was against the Catholic Church, my grandfather said it was against God. So, anyways, then I would want to go see my grandmother, and I hadn't seen her for a while. And I saw her at a funeral, and I said, I'd love to come and see you. And she'd say, well, your grandfather's not comfortable with that right now. And so I didn't, I stopped going to see them. And so I remember when my grandfather was passing away, I sat at his bedside, and I begged for his forgiveness, and I cried because I thought I needed to ask for his forgiveness. And so, lo and behold, the family went on. Grandma lived to 100, and unfortunately, after she passed away, the family disbanded. Met someone at a concert who ended up knowing my family through my grandparents' childhood church, etc. Unfortunately, he has tried to bridge the gap between my uncle and I, who I've never had a problem with, and my uncle is not open to a relationship. I have faced criticism, and judgment from my maternal family, my aunts and uncles, some cousins, etc. I can't say some cousins because we have had connections throughout the past couple of years. I've seen them and we'll exchange text messages, but it has been a challenge. And so the family I was raised with isn't the family I currently have. And I just want to say, as someone who was raised with individuals who claim to be Christian, I'm not seeing a whole lot of grace, empathy, forgiveness, etc. Instead, I'm seeing judgment, disdain, disgust. It's just one of those things. So all I know is that there is a hypocrisy in faith. And I'm not saying they aren't Christians because I'm not them. That's between them and God. All I know is that it is true Christians. They they exhibit love and forgiveness towards one another, and that's all I know. So, anyways, that's the first step in me my talking about my faith, uh, aspects of religion, etc. And that's all I know. So, anyways, I think a lot of us have had that same experience. I don't know. Share your thoughts. That's all I've got for now, and I'll be back.